This is Mulligans and Hackers, powered by the 36 a day golf company.
Well, here we are, episode 150,
I'm
Mulligans and Hackers podcast.
not just quite sure, right off the bat, you wear the duds of the President's Cup because we don't want to talk about that right away. We have some because we took a week off. We didn't drop the episode last week
Yeah, we figured
because I was in the mountains. Um, you were
I was here playing in the
you
Victoria Day.
Victoria Day Classic.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
talk about that.
yeah.
Um,
Alvin's doing a
oh,
little testing here.
well, there we
middle
go. Right
of
off the bat,
podcast.
testing right off the podcast. What a way to start episode 150.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went to the mountains last, well, not this past weekend, but the
Week
weekend
ago.
before.
Yeah.
It was a May long weekend. I was
Yep.
in the mountains, and Chris played the Victoria Day Classic. I was thinking about playing it, and then my wife was like, "We could go to the mountains," and I was like,
Why wouldn't you go to
"Why
the
wouldn't we
mountains
go to the
instead?
mountains?" Because when I went to the mountains, I had the opportunity to play some golf in the mountains.
Yep.
So that was kind of why I really wanted to get out there, and I had the opportunity to play Crow's Nest Pass as a practice round leading up to the first or the next major, I guess, on the AGT tour
Yeah, in a
uh,
month.
in,
Month's
in,
time.
in a month. We're playing Crow's Nest Pass for the 2-day major Saturday, Sunday.
Yep.
I wanted to get a practice round in if I was going out in the mountains. So I got out there on Saturday. We left Friday. Saturday was really nice. Again, it was kind of cool. We went to Sparwood, and it was kind of a nice day. And in the afternoon, we were kind of just sitting around. And I was like, said to my wife, I really want to go golfing. So let's go over to the course and see what's happening. So went over to the course. There wasn't hardly anyone out there. So I was like, well, yeah, I'll just go play nine, grab a cart, go play nine and get around Sparwood and just get some reps in. Um, nice little 9-hole course out there in Sparwood, cheap to play. Um, didn't score great. I took a triple on nine because nine has this long par five dog leg right down at the end. There's trees on the right. Well, I hit the fairway, but I put my second one into the trees. And when I say I clacked it around those trees for a little bit trying to get out, I clacked it around in those trees trying to get out. Um, but not terrible. I think I shot plus 11 or something for 9 holes. Again, there was a few double squares on the card because of positioning, being off the fairway, and if you're off the fairway, you're in trouble because there's tree lines. Um, Enjoyed the round and still felt good about where my game was when it comes to off the tee box, iron shots. Putting was suspect at best, but I'm a lot more comfortable with that now than I was before. Um, then Sunday we kind of hung out with the fam out there in Sparwood. Um, Went and did this first sushi run for the Alvinator.
Oh, nice.
Went to a really nice restaurant in Fernie. My first experience with sushi, and probably my last experience with sushi.
I'm not a sushi fan either.
Not to get too graphic, but there was some stuff like some deep fried chicken, dumplings, and stuff that I didn't mind. But when we got into the hardcore sushi rolled, um, shout out to Patrick and Amanda who took me and my wife out on this experience. My wife has had it before, but I have never had, and it's something I've always wanted to try. So we go out and you know the whole ambiance of the sushi place. We had this little room, and you kind of sat down at the table. Yeah, it was a whole experience. But that I tried a couple of different sushi rolls, and yeah, the first time I put it in my mouth, I almost threw up right there. Um, I dry heaved a couple times. Texture wise, not my thing. After flavor was okay. Like once you get it down, but it's the sticky rice, and you know, it just did not sit well. And I tried a second piece, and I almost threw up then too. But I really, there was a couple of dry heaves. Just saying. Um, but I would eat that stuff we ate at the beginning again. If somebody said, "Hey, let's go get sushi," at least I have an entry level knowledge of what I would eat at a sushi place
Yeah.
and what I won't touch. So sushi on Sunday. So then Monday we're getting ready to come back. I booked my tee time at Crow's Nest Pass. Got into Crow's Nest Pass hot. I think I had um, a 136 tee time, and I think I got to the course at
You had an 11:20 a.m.
Oh,
tee time.
sorry, 11:20, was it?
Yeah, it says
Oh,
right
yeah, it
on
says
there.
right
out
there. 11:20. So 11:20, and I probably hit the golf course at about 11:26.
Oh.
My wife dropped me off right in front of the clubhouse. I went and said, hey, apologize for being late. And he's like, oh, no problem. We'll get you out there. So I went up to the starter and he got me out. I was supposed to be golfing with two members. They didn't show up. So I got a solo round with just me and my wife, who rode with me in the cart. Took some really good photos and video while I was out there, and got my 18 holes in
Nice.
at Crow's Nest Pass. What did I shoot?
I want to say mid 80s. I want to say 85. If I'm not mistaken.
I think it was an 85 I shot. I got around. There's a couple of shots.
You played probably from the tees, likely where you'll probably be playing.
I played from the blues because I believe the starter said that that's where the AGT C flight
will play from.
Had played from before there.
Oh,
because apparently they've been out there before.
Okay.
So yeah, I shot an 85. Couple of penalty strokes, if I do remember correctly. Yeah, there was a par 5. Maybe it was the par 4 17. There was one with water on the left side when you go down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that could have been number 9 too. Geez, where do I don't even have the card in front of me, for great sakes. But I put one in the water. I was off the right side of the fairway, and I was kind of looking. I didn't see the water, but I knew it was there, and I kind of just hit a hybrid back into play.
Yep.
And the shot was really good. I watched it bounce to the left, and I was like, "Ooh, shit! There's water down there." But I didn't think I hit it hard enough. But obviously, with the slope, it rolled into the water. I actually found the ball, pulled it out. Other than that shot, everything else was pretty smooth. Like I hit a lot of fairways. I can't remember how many greens I hit there. But let's see. It doesn't let me check my card there. Thanks.
There you go.
Thanks. No, I don't want that scorecard. What did I have? I had 2 penalty strokes. I hit 5 greens, 54% fairway accuracy.
Not bad.
Didn't have any birdies, but 8 pars, 7 bogeys, 3 others. Differential was 15.9, but I got around that course for the first time relatively smooth. There was one blind tee shot that I get a little bit. No, it didn't really get me. I got it out there over the hill. Actually, it ran out really good. But other than one blind tee shot, everything else you can see, and it's the course is quite manageable from the blues. And if you're going to play in the B flight, which I'm not sure where you're playing,
I don't know if I'm going to be in the B flight the way I'm playing lately.
I think
I'm up to a 10.7 right now. So.
It's just over 5,700 yards from the blues.
Yeah.
So everything is quite manageable. Your approach game will be stellar if you're playing C flight. Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping I'm not in the C flight.
You got to get some rounds in and get some scores in there.
Yeah, man, it's been a time. I mean, while you were out there doing that,
you were playing.
I was playing the Victoria Day. So I mean, we started on the Saturday, 140 golfer field.
Shotgun, right?
No. They started this year for day 1. They just had space tee time.
Really?
So we didn't go out until I think 12:10.
Wow.
We were.
Was it not shotgun last year?
It was.
Yeah.
So we didn't go out until 12:10 our group, and I was in I think men's flight 6 or 7, and basically the top 4 flights are all play from the blues can win, right? And then the other flights you can win your flight or place in your flight and win some gift cards for the pro shop. So there was originally 8 of us, and then one guy got bumped up a flight or something, and we ended up with 7 in our flight. So there was me, there was Fisher. I coached Fisher in volleyball, just a younger kid. There's Regan. He played last year. He pounds the ball pretty good. Sloan. who I've played with now in a few tournaments. Wes, who I've played in a couple tournaments with, and who was the last one? Oh, Ryder. Ryder's a member out at Red Cliff. This was like his second tournament he's ever played. But man, the way that guy was striping the ball on Saturday, like he drained like a 50-footer on one for a birdie. And I'm just like, and I'm looking over at Wes and I'm like, is this guy just sandbagging or what? Because he was hitting the ball great. His front nine, I think he was 3 or 4 over. Like he was outstanding. And then the back nine didn't go so well that day for him. But I mean, like I don't think he'll be in our flight for very much longer. He's got a good game. But yeah, so we started out. So I played with Wes and Ryder. And we were the group of 3 that day. And we went out there, and how did we do to start? I went bogey, bogey, bogey start. Then I went par, par, par. Then I went bogey, bogey, double. For 7 over on the front. Which is not terrible, not great.
Not great for you.
I mean, for the beginning of the season, not bad. Then I went bogey on 10, double on 11, double on 12, par 13, bogey 14, bogey 15, bogey 16, par 17, bogey 18. So I played the back at 9 over. So I shot an 88. And I'm like, man, I'm probably, 5-6 strokes out of the lead at least. Because I figured Fisher, I just played Fisher in men's league and he beat me 7-2. So I didn't play well, but he played outstanding. I don't think even if I played well, I wasn't beating him. But he smoked me, and I'm like, wow. I was like, he's probably laying down like a low 80s round, I would think. So that's probably the pace to beat. Well, we get in the clubhouse afterwards, talking to everybody. Wes shot an 87 in our group, so he was the leader in our group. Fisher also shot an 87, and Reagan also shot an 87.
And what did you shoot?
I shot an 88.
Oh,
so I was one
still
off. I was one off the pace after day one.
So just so everybody knows, this is supposed to be a 3-day tournament: Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Yeah. So we're coming up. We're finishing. What were we on? 15. Yeah, we're on 15. And Peter, the young Golf Canada pro out there, he comes up, or first the car girl came up. She's like, just so you guys know, tomorrow's probably canceled. We're like, what the hell? What are you talking about? Like, and I'm looking at the forecast, and I'm like, it's gonna be rainy and shitty. Like, this is the exact way it was last year. Like, I don't see what the big deal is. And then Peter's like, yeah, they're probably gonna cancel it. They haven't made a 100% call yet, but most likely, because if it does get down to the temperatures they say it's gonna get down to, they won't have enough time to get everything ready because of the frost delay. So lo and behold, they cancel it. A lot of people are pissed.
Well,
I mean, obviously
it was snow covered.
Well, we're getting there. So
Okay.
so they cancel it. There's lots of people from out of town that come in there. So we're all having dinner or whatever that night, and we're like, yeah, you guys can come for dinner tomorrow, but tomorrow's round's canceled. So I'm like, well, whatever. I was like, this is kind of ridiculous.
Well, you would play in a tornado or a typhoon or a hurricane.
And I mean, you expect that on May long, to be honest. You expect 1 to 2 days is going to be shitty.
Yeah, you bet.
So I wake up the next morning and I roll over and I look on my window and I'm like, oh shit. I was like, there's like 4 inches of snow outside. I was like, that was a good call because there was no fucking way we were playing in that shit. And it's still coming down throughout the day. And then, kind of died off a little bit towards noon. And I'm like, is this even going to melt enough that we're going to be able to play tomorrow? Like, this is crazy. Then it started raining in the afternoon and the snow just was gone.
Yeah.
Like, if you looked at the Medicine Hat Golf and Country Instagram, from first thing in the morning to the evening, it was like totally different course.
And that's weather here. I mean, you can get all 4 seasons in one day.
100%. So the final day was supposed to be 2 shot.
Okay.
So the final day was supposed to be the men's championship flight, and I think the ladies championship flight. So the top 4 flights or whatever go in the morning, and then everyone else goes in the afternoon. Well, because of how cold it got still on Sunday night and the conditions the day before, they needed as much time as they possibly could. So I think we went out at, what time did we start that round? Well, it was early. I think it was earlier in the day on Friday. But 140 golfers off of 18 teams. And when I'm saying like some of the group had 5 in them, like
really?
there was multiple groups of 5
Wow.
going off tee boxes. You want to know how long that round took? Over 6
I was
hours
going to say at least 6.
for a stroke play event. It's not a scramble, stroke play.
Oh,
So I got put in with Sloan Ryder, Sloan Ryder, and who else played with us? Sloan Ryder, myself. Because Reagan, Fisher, and Wes, who all had 87, all played by themselves, and it was Sloan, myself, Ryder. And God, who was our 4th? Can't even remember. I should remember because it's someone that we play with all the time. Anyways, the 4 of us went out. We started on 17. We started on the par 5. So I mean, almost feels like you're starting on 1, right? So I go out 17, hit a good tee shot, hit a good approach. I two putted for birdie, or 2 putted for par. The pin was kind of tucked in the back right, kind of in the bowl, so it was in a really shitty spot.
Yeah.
Like if you were where I was, I had to roll a ball to the hill and kind of let it funnel down, and then unlikely I was going to make that putt. So I parred. So then 18, I tee off into the trees, punch out, you know, pump it around a little bit, end up with a double. So I'm 2 over through 2. 1, I par. 2, I bogey. 3, I par. 4, I birdie. I put it to within about 13 feet and just made a really nice birdie putt. So, I'm 2 over going into 5. 5, I par. 6, I par. 7, I 3 putted and I bogeyed. 8, I doubled. 9, I bogeyed. So I played the front at 4 over. And all 4 of those strokes really came in 7, 8, 9. So not terrible. So 10 bogeyed, 11 bogeyed, 12 I doubled, 13 I parred, 14 I parred. So I didn't know this at the time, but after 14, going into 15 and 16, which were our 17 and 18 that day, I was 1 stroke out of the pool because I didn't know what Fisher was doing, right? Like, and Fisher was having a round, and like I kind of figured he was going to be the guy that came out of there, but you never know. So he was having a round. So 15 is the number 1 handicap hole on the course, long ass par 4. So I hit a not a great tee shot, kind of ended up on the left side. I punched one up there, and I left myself, I don't know, 9 iron in, and we were into the wind. So I hit a 9 iron, and I'm like, well, if I get it up close, whatever, I chip on and hopefully get out of there with a bogey.
It's definitely course management.
Yeah.
Hole.
Hopefully get out of there with the bogey. So, anyways, I hit my 9 iron, comes out good. I lose it a little bit to the right, which I'm like, okay, well, whatever. There's bunkers over there, but I'm not scared of the bunkers anymore. And if it's over the bunkers, it's not that big of a deal. Well, we go up. Everybody else is off to the left side. I'm off to the right. Well, here I fucking caught a flyer and I ended up in someone's backyard, which is OB.
Mm-hmm.
So that was 30 yards longer than it should have been. Into the wind. And I'm like, I don't know. I was like, I hit it good, but I didn't pin it. I hit it well. So I ended up having to grab my ball, run all the way back to where I hit another one for fucking 5. So then I was kind of blocked out by the trees, but I'm like, I got to be aggressive. I have to go for it now. I hit a perfect 9 iron right on the flag. Ends up bouncing off the backside of the green, kicking underneath the tree off behind. So I'm like, are you kidding me right now? So then I give it a little punch chip, 2 putt, quad.
Boo.
Yeah, sucked. I'm like, well, there goes my tournament. I was like, that's not what you need. And then on 16, I ended up a little short. I flubbed 2 chips. Yeah, I flubbed 2 chips and then 2 putted
Oh,
because
brutal.
I was just mad. So then I ended up shooting 88 again. And overall, I mean, the scores say I shot the same. I felt way better about my game on the Monday. Way better. Other than 2 holes, really good. Like I was on pace to shoot 82. And I mean, I would have been ecstatic about that. So I go 88, 88, and I'm like, all right, well, hopefully that'll be enough to get maybe like third. I'm hoping because I know we had run into the boys a couple times because it was pretty slow. We had run into the boys a couple times, and Reagan had blown up. He was like 15 over through 6 or something like that. Yeah, he was just not having a good day. So I'm like, well, I was like, it's between Wes and Fisher, and Wes was having a better day. I was having a better day. Fisher was having a better day. I didn't know where they were. So we get in, we get done. Wes shot, I think, a 91. So he's 91 to go with his 87. So I'm 88, 88. So I'm sitting second for sure. And Fisher shot an 81. So I mean, good for him.
Good for him.
He played unreal. Yeah, and I guess Wes was saying like he just couldn't miss a putt. He's got a lab putter that he just bought this year, and he was just dialed. And I mean, like the kid's got good game. His dad played golf at the college level and whatnot, and he's an athlete. So I mean, yeah. So I finished second in my flight.
Good for you.
I won $200 to the pro shop, which I promptly went and turned into a new 58 degree wedge because they had a sale on the Vokies. Because my other one, the grooves are getting a little worn. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get 58 with the M grind, and we'll use that. And nice club, works real good. And I just got to trade in my 54 here when I get it. Well, I'm not traded in, but change it out when I get a chance here. Yeah, so I mean, made a little bit of money. You know, it was $130 to enter as a member. Made an extra $70, $200 to the pro shop. Cannot complain.
Nope, no, that's again, that's a good weekend. It's a tournament weekend.
Yeah,
get you some of that
tournament golf is different,
yeah,
man. It's just
bet.
different.
You bet.
It's just different. So then, I played men's league on the Wednesday. Finally played decent. Won my match, 5-4, with a clutch like 6-footer on. We finished on number 2. And I made a clutch like 6-footer for par. So and I won my match. So that was good.
So I went out Thursday.
Yes, and I couldn't go out Thursday, but you went out.
And I actually played with because I don't play men's league because I don't like men's league, but I played with John from my team last year.
Oh, really?
Who was heading to St. Andrews the day after on the Friday.
Oh, really?
And Balak, a new guy for the team that probably took over for me.
Okay.
And so, I have been playing okay golf. Like I'm really happy with my game right now. Scoring is going to come, right?
Yeah, it's early season.
But where my game is right now, like what I'm doing off the tee box, I can't complain with.
Yep.
I am hitting the ball way further, and my fairways and regulation are the same, and I'm hitting the ball further. So can't complain about that. My approach game with my irons is I am so comfortable with the approach game now. Even if I am missing a little left, right, the short game, yes. I'm the only thing that really still is lacking in my game is my putting. And that's starting to come around. I'm a little more I'm lipping the hole a lot more and burning edges a lot more. So I'm narrowing it in, but pace is still a little sometimes, especially downhill putts, because I've kind of changed my putter stance a little bit. More Bryson DeChambeau. Not that I like that guy, but more straight armed.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm working on pace. Line is way better than it used to be. And again, we've only played twice together this year.
Yeah, we played one 18 hole at Redcliffe to start, and then we played one 9er.
Yep, that's it. That's all we played. So I birdie number 1 on Thursday. Fairway green.
Nice.
Probably about a 9-foot putt.
Nice.
Drained it in. I was like, sweet. Second hole, I put it a little bit off to the left, punched back to the fairway, put it probably 7 feet from the pin, edged it for a bogey. I was right there. Then I went par. So I'm even through 4. Get to number 5, fairway, green, 3-putt. Not 3-putt territory either. Like we're talking, it's 10 feet, but the pin was at the front. I was a little up the hill, and it kind of ran off. And right, so you kind of know how that plays. So took a bogey on that one. Number 6, fairway, green, 3-putt territory, 3-putt. So I took 2 bogeys back to back, 3-putts. So I'm 2 over through 6. Get to number 7, par 3.
Yep.
Up on the tee box, raindrop start. Had to put my coat on. By the time I hit the green, by the time we got to the green, it was open sky downpour monsoon. The thundercloud came over and it opened up. We didn't even get to play to finish off that hole. We all went over under the tree.
What time was that?
That was probably around
6:37.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was sitting outside of Boston Pizza waiting for my meeting to start, and that just came out of nowhere.
It did. It came out of nowhere. Like raindrops started on the tee box. By the time we got to the green, it was like there was already like probably 1/4 inch of water sitting already. Like just opened up. And so we're all over there kind of under the tree staying out of the rain. Then the horn blows.
Oh, that's it.
That's it. So everybody that was in the carts, bugger off. There's the Alvinator walking up over the...
Did you have your umbrella at least?
No.
Damn it.
So my daughter bought me this really heavy duty golf umbrella for Christmas. And twice now I've been out in like monsoon rain and it's been sitting here in the office.
It should go in your bag permanently.
So let's fast forward to this weekend because I played my first 18 holes at Medicine Hat for the season because I've only played 9.
That's crazy, man.
Before
this is the end of May.
I know.
And I've played 2. Both of them were in tournament play.
Yeah.
And you've only played 1.
18 holes.
That's crazy.
But before I went to the golf course, I attached my umbrella to my bag. It's there, and it will be there for the rest of the year. And now for the rest of the year, we won't see a raindrop. So I'll take that too.
That's fine.
But I got out yesterday because this is Monday. We're recording. I got out yesterday, played with a few guys from Lethbridge. I went 6 over on the front.
Nice.
Right. And went 9 over on the back for my first time on the back. Hole number 15 gave me some trouble. Put it out to the left there in the trees, clacked it around, took a triple, took a couple of doubles, but all in all, and again, I play with 3 guys from Lethbridge. Are like, geez, like, do you miss fairways?
That's a common theme,
right?
Every time we play with anybody.
They're like, Jesus Christ, man! Like, does it get sickening playing from like middle of the fairway on every single hole? And it's just that's part of my game. And I mean, I was hitting a lot of. I think I hit over 70% of fairways.
I could see that.
And I got good yardage. Like I was really happy with the yardage. Like, some of the longer par 4s that are there, we'll say from the whites. I'm hitting 9-iron in, pitch wedge in.
I used to be hitting hybrids.
I'm at least hitting 8-irons.
Yeah.
Right. And now I'm hitting, I might hit a 9-iron on a long, depending on where the pin is on the green. But I'm hitting pitch wedge, gap wedge. I'm hitting greens.
It's a different game.
It is a different, and which is where the 3-putts are starting to come in now because I might be hitting greens, but I'm not tucking it tight.
Yeah.
That's still going to come. That's a work in progress, right? But
now you're going to get more opportunities to hit
more opportunities, right?
So.
I mean, and again, I've got a few birdies already this year.
Yep.
I'm not waiting for them, so that's cool, right? And I'm just happy with where my game is right now, and I can't wait to get to Strathmore and Airdrie.
We're only a week away, man.
And only a week away, and I'm like, I really want to get into my first tournament and Strathmore. We've played it probably half a dozen times now, maybe 4 or 5.
3?
3?
Yeah, 3.
Practice
2, 3.
round, pre-round,
and like half a round.
Yeah, okay. But
last time AGT tried to go there, it poured rain. And
I got the umbrella on my bag now. We will not see rain at Strathmore. I called it here. You're welcome, Leah. But so
that's only like less than 2 weeks away.
What's that?
Strathmore.
Yeah.
Strathmore, Airdrie.
Yeah, it's like we have this weekend coming up. The weekend after, we're
man.
We're there.
Get to get some golf here at home this weekend.
Yeah,
finally together.
2 rounds booked. It'll be
it'll be awesome.
18 Saturday, 18 Sunday.
I'm off all of next week. My dad's coming into town, so I'm gonna play. I don't think he's coming in. He's coming in whatever time he's coming in Monday, but I'm gonna play myself anyways on
Yeah.
Monday. Tuesday we're gonna play. Wednesday we're gonna play. Thursday I'm gonna go play Cottonwood with him. Friday we're gonna fire off back to Calgary, and then Saturday Strathmore, Sunday Woodside.
Nice.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's stellar. And
Yeah.
again, you're going to get your reps in that week, right? Prepping for.
Oh yeah, yeah, and I mean like tonight. I mean, I guess we should just. So this weekend I went to the President's Cup.
So yeah, we were going to get there. Like, so that's what I did this weekend. I played my first 18, with some guys from Lethbridge because you were out of town. You were participating in your first AGT President's Cup.
Yeah.
Team Blue.
Yep. Go Team Blue. Represent.
Nice duds too, by the way. I gotta say.
Love
really
them, man.
impressed.
Flight golf with the beautiful tees. This is the blue one. The green one looks identical to green. 36 a day. The beauty hats. It's got the this side Alberta Golf logo here on it. And so this is the Team Blue one. The Team Green one is exactly the same, except it has a green leaf.
Kind of like that one back there.
Yeah, very similar. Just these are the performance ones.
Yes.
The ones with the little holes in the back.
Holes, yeah.
It's
a beautiful hat.
I honestly I would have liked those ones a little better, I think.
Think so?
Those ones fit nicer.
Okay.
Because there was some people on the tour, they have big craniums, as they would say. And they found that the hats, they had to widen them up as much as they could to get them on. Really nice hats, they were saying, but they're just, some of them weren't fitting great. I mean, I know what to expect with 36 a day because we work with Mike Downey all the time.
And think about it is when you're doing those type of hats for an event like that, there's always going to be somebody's cranium. That's
100%.
just not good. I mean, you're doing, how many people were per team?
16 per team, so
32 golfers, and
32
there's not going to be somebody's head it's not going to fit. Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, 32 golfers. So yeah, I qualified in the 32nd spot last year. Snuck my way in.
A win at Mickelson National, gave you that boost to get into the top 32.
That gave me a boost, and then playing well at the Tour Championship. Not as well as I would have liked on the third day, but I mean, good enough to get me in there anyways. So I got in there. I got selected to Team Blue. Our captain Chris Nelson, who won the Order of Merit, was number one of points last year. Selected me to his team, and so we drove out. I had my volleyball wind up Friday night in King Cooley as the hot air balloons are taking off over top of us, and the kids are having a beach tournament. Didn't get out of there until 9-ish. We just moved our middle kid up to Calgary. He's starting school in September at MRU, and he just got a job up there. So my wife went up with him around 7 or 7:30. I didn't get out of. I had to come back to the house and grab some stuff. I didn't get out of Medicine Hat at 9:30. So I didn't get to Calgary till midnight at my dad's place. So I get to midnight, hang out, see everybody, jump into bed, get up, kind of relax a little bit, hit the road around 10, because I had a 140 tee time, 130, 136, 140 tee time. I was out in the second last group. So I was paired with Calvin Watts, who is from Red Deer, also a fellow first timer at the President's Cup. So that was kind of cool. We were playing Brian Moore on Team Green and Ken Austin, who I've played with a few times on the AGT. And Ken is from that area. That was actually his home course, which I did not know. So they definitely had an advantage going into the match. So we played the links course on the first day. So the format was first 9 holes is alternate shot, and whoever wins that gets a point, or you get halves if you tie. Second 9 holes is net best ball. So everybody in the group, or you both play your ball. Whoever gets the best score, that's what your team takes. And then the Sunday was 16 singles matches to try and win the trophy. So on Saturday, we got out. What did we do? We won hole. We tied hole 1, won hole 2. I think tied hole 3. I don't think we. Yeah, I don't think we. I don't think it ever got back to even after we went one up. Because we ended up winning the front 2-1. And it was like, you know, Calvin hits a good ball. I mean, I hit a couple bad shots. He didn't hit too many bad shots at all. Like, because he's a 5 or a 6 handicap, so he's pretty good. So, you know, I hit some clutch putts. I ended it on 8 with a little side door leaker from about 9 feet to drop for birdie. So it was, yeah, we were playing outstanding. And honestly, Brian and Ken played really, really well. We beat them by making birdies. So like when you play match play like that and both teams are playing well and you only win because you're getting birdies, that's good golf.
Yeah, that is good golf. Yep.
So it was awesome. So we played out 9, we all played our own ball just because. I mean, you know, you got to keep with the tee time, so we just played our own ball down 9. It didn't matter. And then on 10, we all started playing our own balls again. And what did I shoot? I actually kept score of that one because the other one I can't really keep score of because it's
Alternate
not
shot,
really
yeah.
traditional. So 10 I parred, 11 I bogeyed, 12 I parred, 13 I hit a tee shot. It leaked a little bit left, and there is so many bunkers out there, like unbelievable, and in ridiculous spots, like an unbelievable amount of bunkers. Like it reminds me that 18 reminds me a lot of Desert Bloom, but with way more bunkers, like everywhere. So I leaked mine a little left, and I ended up kind of in a fairway bunker. It wasn't deep right, and I'm like, wow. I was like, the last one I tried to hit out of on the front, I kind of just fluffed it because it was, you know, I had like a 40-yard chip shot. Like, well, what the fuck do I do with this? And then I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna hit a 54. I'm gonna hit it up there and just try and stay solid through it. So I hit it perfect. I hit it 3 feet for a tap in birdie to win the hole. So I'm like, okay. So we're even to that point. So we win the hole. 14 is a 210 yard par 3 into the wind, into the fan. So because of the elevation, I feel like it was kind of playing at around 200 to 205. So I took a 7-iron, smoked it, and I landed just front of the green. My partner hits his, lands past the pin on the high side. So he's got a downhill putt. I got a flat uphill putt. And then so they put one out to the left, one out to the right. Neither of them hit the green. And it made a couple good chips back. And then they couldn't par. And I made my par, and I think Calvin made his as well. So we go 2 up there. So 15, like blind tee shot, rock in the middle of the hill. They aim over the rock. I'm like, well, what the fuck is out there? Like you would have hated that.
Yeah.
Because I know how you are with blind tee shots, right? And I'm like, so where am I aiming? And you know, Ken and Calvin have played there before, so Ken was kind of helping O'Brien, and Calvin was kind of helping out me. He's like, kind of just aim over the rock, and I'm like, okay. So we got a right pushing wind, like heavy, and so I hit a ball. I lost it a little bit to the right, and she just went fucking straight into the hat. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm hitting another one because I mean I ain't gonna find that. And the way it went in, it's like you just gotta retee. So I reteed. I hit it more out to the left. Well, I get up there and I'm like, I wish I would have known I had this much room out here because I would have just cranked it out there to begin with instead of trying to go down that way. So, anyways, I got a stroke, so like a bogey would have been fine. So I get up to the green. I'm on in 5, even with the drop, and I had like a 35 footer for bogey, and I lipped it. I lipped it, and then just tapped in for my double, which was a net bogey, and I think my partner parred, so we saved there. 16 par 4, I bogeyed. 17 par 3, parred. 18 massively long par 5, massively long, and so we were 1 up going into 18. They had to win the hole. I was on in 2 and 3 putted for a bogey. Brian was on in 2, but I got a stroke.
It was a par 5 and you were on it too?
No, par 4.
Okay.
Par 4. It was a very long par 4. I went 4 iron, 4 iron.
Okay, that's all.
So I was on it too. I 3-putted for a bogey, but I got a stroke on that hole. Ken got a stroke too, but Ken was out in the weed. Brian was on it too. So he ended up 3-putting as well. But because I got a stroke, I had a net par. So we ended up winning two up through there. So day 1 recap, as the rookies on the tour, we go 2-0, picking up 2 massive points for our team. And after day 1, Team Blues down. We were down 8.5 to 7.5 because we were all tied up after our match, and then the captains were playing, and Team Green dominated both the front and the back, so they won both those. So they were up 1 point going into Sunday's thing. So nobody knows who's playing who on Sunday after this, right? Like everybody's going off to their hotels or going home or whatever they're doing. Like Chris Nelson drove back to Drumheller, which is like a 2-hour drive. And Lee and Cody drove back to their place, which is like 2 hours away. And everybody goes home, whatever. We get an email a little while later after they did the captain's calls for the matchups. And I'm looking on the list, looking. Well, here I am playing in the anchor match outside of the captains because the captains always play the last match. That's tradition. And I get stuck in the. I got slotted into the anchor match against Philippe Morin, and I was like, okay, cool. I've never played with Chris, so that's kind of cool. Get an opportunity to play with him. So yeah, so we play. So now we're on the old course. When I say, so that course is short, but my God, is it difficult. Like I played silvers and silver was 59-36.
Okay, yeah.
But like very tight fairways, lots of trees. God, and when I'm saying trees, it ain't you can play out of trees. It's the ball's gone if you get in those trees. So very tight trees. So hole 1, I get up there, I kind of hook a 6-iron a little bit. Not a huge hook, but a little bit. I end up just off the fairway. Not a big deal. I end up taking a bogey. Okay, whatever. We split. Hole 2, I bogeyed, and I think he doubled, so I'm 1 up. Hole 3, I absolutely topped my tee shot on the par 3, chunked it maybe like 60 yards, and everybody else is like tucked pretty. Well, I go and I hit a wedge to within like 4, 5 feet, and he makes his he 2-putted for par, and then I slide in a nice one for par to have the hole with him, and he's just like, oh man, and I'm like, sorry man, I was like, I love pressure, like I love playing under pressure, it's fun. So then 4, I took a double, and I think I gave no, I was still 1 up, so I think we have that one actually. 5, we have 6. I don't know, 5. No, 5. I went 2 up. 6 we have because it's a par 5. 7 was another par 3. Cam tucked his to like super tight, and I took the exact same line off the tee box with mine, bounced it off the hill in. Mine just rolled out a little bit further, so I took a par. So I ended up we have that. Then we have 8. So 9. Probably hit the worst 6-iron I've hit in like 5 years. I hit the ball, literally came out low and left, rolls just into the trees. Up like maybe 30. So I got to pull it out. So I pull it out back on entry, take my drop, hit the ball. I just hit a little 9-iron. I just hit it to the top of the ridge and just let it roll down. And Chris is like, yeah, that's perfect. Okay, cool. So 3 from there. I was like, I'll have 4 to get on. I was like, and then I can, should have a bogey. Well, we get fucking up there. Cannot find my ball anywhere because it was so hard. Everything just runs into the water. So I ended up in the water. I ended up having to take another drop. So I hit 5 up onto the green. One, three. Yeah, hit 5 onto the green. And then sunk a putt for a double. Meanwhile, Phil hits a perfect drive, pops his next one into the water, hits 4 up past the green, tips back on for 5, and we ended up having the hole. And I'm like, man, I got away with one there because I should not have won that hole. I should be 1 up going to 10, not 2 up going to 10. So we make the turn. I'm 2 up. Haven't been behind all day. Haven't been playing great, but I've been scrambling well, and I've been putting really good. Like everybody I played with this weekend is just like, man, you putt well, and I'm like, generally that's the staple of my game.
If you've listened to this podcast before, we always talk about Chris's putting. It is the stellar part of his game.
Yeah, like if nothing else is working, that usually tends to be the case. So we go to the back. I par 10, par 11, and I think, yeah, I think it was 10 I won to go 3 up. And I'm like, okay, 3 up, 7 holes left, kind of in the driver's seat. 11 we have, 12 is where we get into trouble. So I'm pretty sure 12 I took 2 drops on. I took 1 up to everything I was hitting was like a snap hook with the iron. It didn't matter what I hit. It was a snap hook with like all my tee shots were left snap hook. And you don't have room to do that out there because everything's narrow. So I ended up taking 2 drops there. I ended up 1 drop there, and it ended up bogeying. And I had a putt doubled. I had a putt for bogey. And if I would have made the bogey, I would have had the hole. But I gave 1 back. So then 13, par 4, I bogeyed. I believe he parred. So I'm 1 up going into 14. 14, you're right along a fence and a road line. Hook it right over 3 off the tee again. And I'm just like, all right, that's it. Fucking 6 irons going in the bag. Like, I just tried to push through. I took a 4 iron and I smoked a 4 iron so angrily down 15's fairway. So 15's just over here. I just turned that way, and I'm like, if you're gonna fucking curl, you're gonna end up off our fairway. So I just pounded it straight up 15's fairway, and I'm like, okay. And then I made a good approach shot. I ended up with another double. Not overly happy about that. And then so we're even. I think we're even at that point. So through 14, we're back to even. So 15, we both bogey. 16, I take a 9 iron off the tee. It's only like 320, but it's kind of like a slippery little dog leg to the left. So I took a 9 iron off the tee, put it exactly where I wanted it. I had a gap wedge in, and I pushed it to the right. And I end up underneath 2 spruce trees with no line back to the green and a bunker in my way. So I chipped it out to just in front of the bunker, chipped on, and I ended up bogeying. He made par because he was on it too. He 2-putted for his par. So he's 1 up going into 17. For the first time all day, I'm down. And I'm like, it was only a matter of time before my poor play was going to catch up to me. So we're on 17, which is a par 3. And Leah had come out and talked to us on 16. And we were like, well, where are we at? Because we're the last 2 groups, right? And we're like, well, where are we at? She's like, it looks like Blue's up 15, 13 with 4 matches left to play. And I'm like, okay, well, that's good. I mean, we need 16 and a half points to win. We need 1.5 if everything holds true. I'm like, so that's good. And then I just stopped thinking about it. So get over to 17. I watched Phil pull his left. I hit mine. I drew mine a little bit. I was a little left as well, but it wasn't a heavy draw. It ended up just off the edge of the green on the par 3, which was whatever. He was down further, kind of in a nollie area. Well, he goes to chip his ball, can't get under it, skulls it way across the green, and I'm like, okay, this is good for me. So then, I chip on. I got like 5-footer. for par. And I'm like, okay, very makeable in a good range. That's good. I'm sitting pretty. So he chips back on for 3, 2 putts for a double. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, well, I got 2 putts at this. First one I lip. Second one is a 2.5 footer. And you know how much pressure those are. Like, you're in match play. If I tie this hole, it comes down to 18. And then the best I can do is half a point. So I step up, and he had made me on, what number was that? Oh, on 7. He had made he wouldn't get, or he's like, I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna make you cut this. And it was like a 4-footer. And Cam's like, he's gonna make it anyways, because Cam's played with me before. And I'm like, it's straight in the hole. Like, I'm not missing that, but okay. And after I made the putt, he's like, sorry, man, I gotta make the putt. I'm like, that's fine. I was like, I get it. So I stood over that one. I took a great big deep breath, because my heart was starting to beat a little quick. And I'm like, hey, relax. Drain it. All right, we're even going to 18. Anybody's match now. And Chris and Cam were also even going to 18, because Chris was as many as 3 down throughout the match and had climbed his way back in. So we had some exciting golf in our final 2 matches. So everybody's by the cart, by the green, waiting for this to finish, right? We don't know where we're sitting. So Chris hits his tee shot. I hit my tee shot. I end up, there's like a fucking pot bunker right in the middle of the landing area, just a small one. I bounce to the right of it into the fairway with a 4-iron. One of the best fairway shots I hit tee shots I hit all day. And I'm like, what great timing for that. And then Cam pumped his out there really good. And then Phil hit his. He flared it out to the right. And we're like, oh, we should be able to find it. Well, we get out there. You think we could find Phil's ball? We found a ton of range balls, because the range was right there. We looked up and down for his ball, couldn't find it. So instead of making him go back all the way to the tee box, because there's already people waiting, just took his drop, took his two-stroke penalty or whatever it was, and then puts ball down. I'm sitting pretty, like I got a 7-iron in the ring, and he chunks it forward like 10 yards. And he just kind of starts walking more towards me. He's like, I know what I'm beating, man. He's like, I'm conceding the hole. And I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah, I'm conceding the hole. And I'm like, so we shake hands, pick up my ball. I'm like, all right, I guess I win the hole. And so we drive up. So Cam hits a great shot. Chris ends up just short. So we drive up, and I'm asking the guys that are there as they're finishing on the green. I'm like, where are we at? And they're like, we need a half a point out of your guys' 2 points. And I'm like, well, we win. I was like, I just got a full point. We win. And so it wasn't official. So Cam gets up there. Cam ends up beating Chris on the last hole. So he wins his match. And then lo and behold, we end up winning the cup 17-50. And I just happen to be the guy that brings home the 17th point, the winning point for our team, which is crazy. It's awesome. I mean, to go to my first President's Cup event, go 3-0, and have a critical point, have the captain pick me to be in that spot was pretty sweet. And to actually come through was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, no doubt, man. That's pretty stellar. I was pretty bitter, like that fucking guy wins this shit again and plays well, and gets the point to win the trophy. Like, I'm in my mind, I'm like, fuck you, but
well, Leah says before I left, she's like, you might want to take a picture of this. She's like, where it says you got the last point. And I'm like, I did not play well. Like, I played just well enough to win the match. And in match play, sometimes that's all you need, right? Like, overall, if that would have been a stroke play event, I would have been fucking choked with how I played. But the thing about match play is like, we were talking about this in the card. It's like, well, if you have a bad hole, you got to let it go, because there's only one. You just gotta just stay ahead of your opponent enough, right? And like the day before, Phil was unbelievable with his chipping and putting, I guess the boys were saying. And then, for me, it was Scramble City. I was making great chips. I was hitting clutch putts. I'm like, this is like reminiscent of the way I used to play golf, which is shitty off the tee in Scramble City. I'm like, I've had a lot of practice doing this, because I used to be really bad. And I mean, I wasn't really happy with my game. I got home late last night, worked today, and then I went to the range for about an hour and a half, just working on what was going on. And I was just getting a little steep on my swing, little too close face. I was working on a little inside drill there, and all of a sudden I'm pounding the ball nice and straight. Little draw on him occasionally, right? But fairly straight. And I'm like, that's all it was. I was like, I just wasn't weight transferring. And I think part of it was because my MCL yesterday was fucking hurting like crazy. Today it feels great. Like I can't even, like, no pain. And I could tell when I was swinging the club, I'm like, oh, I was like, I'm getting full weight transfer now. I was like, it's feeling more like it's getting towards healthier, which is good, which is only going to make my game better. I was crushing 3-woods great today, and I'm like, I think the 3-wood and the 5-wood might have to go. It might have to stay in the bag. I tried to hit a few drivers, wasn't great. So I was like, drivers coming out, 3-wood, 5-wood. I'm starting to feel more confident hitting those. So, you know, we'll use them around Medicine Hat a little bit, see how things go, keep working on them on the range, and see if we can bring them in. But I mean, I'm very comfortable using the 4-iron. My 6-iron was just, it wasn't the iron, it was my swing that was giving me grief. But thankfully, my approach shots and chipping and putting, you know, was enough. And I mean, it was pretty sweet. I mean, I got to, you know, you had Cody on our team, we had Blair on our team, we had Lance and Byron on our team. We had Chris Patterson was on our team. We had Clem on our team. We had a couple other guys that I'm not too familiar with. But I mean, we had lots of guys, Calvin. We had lots of guys that you know, I've seen around and golfed with, and it was just a different event, because it's like, you know, you go to the AGT events and you play your stroke play events and stuff like that, and you're playing against everybody. Whereas here, it's like, you know, it's team versus team, and it's kind of fun. It's a different feel. I mean, my goal last year was to make the top 32 so I could get to experience this. Loved it. I'd like another shot at those courses. I mean, you know, maybe next year or whenever. But overall, sweet experience.
No
Super
doubt.
cool.
You ever think back in 2021 when we started this whole golf journey thing that in 2026 you would have a win on the AGT and you would be a President's Cup winner?
No, not a chance. Not a chance, man. I was thinking about that actually as we were coming to a close, and like as my match finished, and I realized that we had won. I was like, you know, when Alvin and I used to talk about the AGT, we were just like, yeah, one of these days we'll be good enough to play out there.
Yeah.
And here we are, right? Like, we're playing events. Like, I was talking to Chris throughout the day. He's only playing 6, I think, this year, 6 or 7, because he's got other things going on in his life. And that's what I said. I was like, you know, like, sometimes life happens, dude. And I said that to him. I was like Alvin and I try to make, you know, what we can, and sometimes we just got shit going on.
Yep.
And it is what it is. But I mean, you know, because he's not going to Strathmore, I don't think, so we won't see him there, or at Woodside. But I think we'll see him at Crow's Nest maybe. But it's it's, you know, you just make friends with the guys, and I mean, you know, you get to watch and see how everybody plays. You get to see all the guys that you've played with and against in different flights.
We've been there a few years now, and yet there's, you know, there's family there now. There's people that we like going to see and at these events, and we like to play golf with. And
don't kid yourself, it was pretty competitive. Like, Cody was on one team and the kid was on the other. So I mean, it's like family against family, right?
But like, when we go to these events, other than the President's Cup, you know, we're all supporting each other. We're all happy to be there.
Well, even at the President's Cup.
For sure.
I mean, even in our matches, if somebody made a good shot, you're like, great shot, man. Like, really good shot, or great birdie, or great putt, or, you know, like, you can't help but, if you've played the game long enough, like, it doesn't matter if it's President's Cup, AGT, whatever it is. If somebody makes a nice shot, you let them know
sure
that they made a nice shot.
Yeah.
So it's it sucks you couldn't be there.
I actually had the opportunity.
You did have the opportunity.
It was a little late call. I already had plans for the weekend, and it was my granddaughter's second birthday.
Yeah, it's not something.
It wasn't something I was going to bail on after I committed, but
that's an honest excuse to make.
Sure. But again, when did Leah messaged me on
Thursday? Yeah, Thursday.
And it's like, you know, do you want to come? And it's like, well, yeah, but like, it's a little late now, right? Like, again, I have commitments. If I would have known maybe a week before, maybe it would have been an opportunity for me to get in there. But I would have liked to have come, but again, life gets in the way. And I mean, I was think we were talking about. I'm only doing 5 events again this year. I'm doing the Strathmore, Airdrie, the Pass, Mickelson National, and the Tour Championship. Right?
Yeah. So, and I mean, I'm doing Strathmore, Woodside, um, Darcy Ranch, Turner Valley, Crow's Nest, Pinoca Match Play, Mickelson, and then I'm planning on doing the Tour Championship. So I'll have 8. I think that's similar to what I did last year.
Yeah.
But I mean,
and again, I would like to get up around that the Darcy Ranch and area, and if it does work out,
Darcy Ranch is Calgary, so
Yeah.
it's not too bad. I mean, the only reason I really got into that one is because I have family that lives on there, and they've always been like, "Man, you got to play that course when you get a chance." And I'm like, "Well, like why not? I can't pass it up, right?" But I mean, it's fun. I mean, if I don't get to play, like if that was the only time I get to play the President's Cup, so be it.
your name's
I've done
your
everything I
name's
need
on
to
the
do,
trophy,
so
and
it's
you got
good.
the winning point. So that's props for a career right there. You know what I mean?
Right. I and I'm just you're looking. I think the for me next for this year, I want to win a major. I want to win a major. Whether that's whether that's a tour championship, whether that's Crow's Nest, or whether that's Pinoca. I mean, I just proved my medal in match play, so I think having last year's match play experience in Pinoca, and coming in 4th or 5th or whatever it was, I finished my flight. Um, that should give me a little bit, and having played that course now, should give me a little bit of experience going into this year. So I expect to have a good result this time around. But the next thing for me on the tour now is to win a major.
Yep.
That's the next thing up. I mean, I got a tournament win. I've got a President's Cup. I was part of the team that ended up winning and bringing it home. So if I can get a major win, that would be awesome. I mean, we were joking in the cart ride, like Cam's 1 win away from. I think he just needs a Pinoca for the career Grand Slam, and him and Chris were joking about it. And Chris is like, "Is this what it's about? Is this what that's about?" He's like, "Me stopping you from getting your career Grand Slam," because they played in the final last year, and Chris beat him like 5-4 or something. And he's like, "You've been holding a grudge this whole time because they were 1-2." So it's kind of a funny story. It was good, but yeah, man, it just seems like new experiences all the time, which is super cool. Lots of fun, and it just every time out, it just keeps getting better and better.
And I know Leah said that the participation in the tour is going up and up, and if you want to play some competitive golf and play some unique courses, AGT is something for everybody.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter what your handicap is, as long as you got a Golf Canada handicap, and you want to play some competitive golf, the AGT is where you play.
Oh yeah, 99% of the people on this tour are just there to have fun.
Yeah.
And are kick-ass people. I mean, you do get the odd person that maybe tries it for the first time and is like, "You probably don't belong here," maybe. But
and again, yeah, there's a personality to it as well. To if you're going to fit in or fuck off, right?
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, when it's as big as it is, who cares, right?
Yeah, who cares? Who cares if there's 1 or 2 that this isn't for them?
Yeah. And I mean, yeah. So one other thing, if you're watching the video, you'll be able to see. But like, I have 0 hair left.
One ball.
Completely buzzed it on Friday. So it's a different look, and I don't know, maybe it'll help my golf game a little bit, although I'm going the wrong direction right now on my handicap.
But anyways,
yeah,
congrats on the President's Cup win.
Thanks, buddy.
And looking forward to what we got coming up next. Couple of rounds this weekend together, finally.
Yeah, and then
it's Strathmore, and then we'll have a
Woodside. I hear is like we've played Strathmore, but Woodside I hear is there's lots of I hear it's kind of in a residential area. I haven't taken a look to kind of map it out at all, and that's something I didn't do actually going into Wolf Creek. Probably I should have done that, but I was so busy with other things. I never thought of it, and I just kind of flew by my pants. And I mean, luckily this time it worked out.
Yeah, no doubt. That's awesome, pal.
Yeah. So episode 150 in the bag.
Lots of golf.
Who
Finally.
who would have thought that we would be here 150 episodes, pal?
Yeah, 150
What
episodes.
is this, 4 or 5 years doing this?
Well, we started in 2021.
Yeah, so five years doing podcasts.
Yeah.
And we're at 150. That's an average of 30 a year.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Well, again, the first few years was the whole season format.
Yeah.
And then when we really put our minds to putting an episode out every week, that's where we really started getting into the episode 100, 125, and here we are at 150.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's
and we'll
awesome.
keep it going for another little while, I guess. I guess we got to keep it going until I get a W on the AGT or win a President's
we
Cup.
might be getting old and gray by that time.
I'm looking for a win this year. Again,
and the way your game is,
I have never been more confident in the game that I have than it is right now, and I think I can take it and play well anywhere.
I agree. I've seen your swing. I think you're gonna get one.
Yeah,
I think so.
If I was going to win somewhere, it would probably be Mickelson, because I've played it probably more times than any of the other places we're going to go. So again, I played Strathmore a few times, so maybe that's an opportunity for me to sneak a win out somewhere. Yep. Play well on the day, right, and have it all come together.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it goes, but I mean, yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait because our season officially starts in 2 weeks. So let's go.
Let's go. All right.
Later.